Hi guys, well today we're taking a look at this Stanley Fatmax 2-pack. Leo likes it already. So what we've got here is a cordless drill and cordless impact driver. 2-pack from Stanley. So let's see what we've got on the box. Gives us some specs of the actual machines. Promises us a 3-year warranty, with the small print being 1 year as standard. Then you have to online to upgrade to the 3-year, with batteries and chargers excluded from the 3-year warranty. Alright, so let's open her up, see what we get in the pack. What's in there, Leo? Oh, what is this? Alright, so it comes packed in a Stanley Fatmax branded bag. Inside we've got cardboard packing. Then we've got our cordless drill. It's our impact driver. Our charger. And 2 18-volt lithium batteries. What else we have in here? Got some instructions. Looks like a belt clip for both machines and a couple of drivers. One end a Phillips bit and a Phillips and a flat bit. I'll chuck them in the bag for now. Okay, so let's have a look at the bag. The bag's not a bad little bonus. It's got some spots on the front here for pens, I suppose. A clip for the machine. Little pouch for maybe bits or screws or whatever. Put your business card or your store loyalty card in there. Another pocket. Inside we've got a pocket here for maybe a battery or something, and the rest is open. Quality of the bag's pretty good. There's no loose stitching. Well, there is one there, but that's not too bad. Feels pretty sturdy. Now let's have a look at the units. So here's our impact driver. Feels good in the hand, hasn't got a battery on it yet. Just click that on. I don't want to actually use it until they're charged, so feels pretty balanced. There's a rubber coating around the front here and on the back as well. I suppose that's for putting it on the ground. A rubber grip, feels comfortable. And a cordless drill. Also feels pretty good to hold. Got your torque settings on the front, rubber grip. Alright. And then our chargers, just a, well, what can you say about a charger? It is what it is. So I think what I'll do now is plug it in, charge up a battery, and then later on give them a test run. So we'll stick the battery on the charge. And it's done. So take it off the charge. Right, the batteries are all charged, so let's try them out. Oh, you want to try them out, Leo? What do you think? Do you like the Stanley Fatmax? Leo? Do you like them? You like the camera. So it is a brand new, never been used. What do you think, Leo? Do you like it? Leo's pretty impressed. The first thing I notice is as soon as you hit the trigger you can smell what seems to be electrical arcing. Probably not what I'd expect from a brand new device. And you can see flashes inside when it starts and stops. So I'm not sure that's a good thing. Let's try the impact driver. It's the same. You definitely can smell the electrical arcing. And in the back, I guess where the brushes are, you can see the flash when it starts and stops. So I'm not sure that's good from two brand new devices. But anyway, let's give them a practical try and see what they're like on the job. Now, one thing that really annoys me about a drill when I'm using it is chuck wobble. So that's the first thing I'm going to check with the drill. It's straight out of the box. I've never used it before. So let's check it out. So what I'm going to do is put it on the dial gauge and check the run out on the chuck. Okay, so first I'm going to just zero the dial gauge off. There we go, that's near enough. Now I'm just going to pull the trigger on the drill and we'll watch the dial gauge. So you can see there it's got about 0.1 millimeters run out. About 0.15 millimeters run out. So that's on the grip where you tighten the chuck, but let's check on the actual body of the chuck. Down here. This is where it really matters. It's about 0.1 run out on the chuck, which isn't really that much when you think about it. It's 1/10 of a millimeter, but it still does have run out. Let's throw the impact driver on there and see how it goes. It's got about 0.15 run out. So let's try the topple test. One thing that's very frustrating when you're using a cordless product is when you sit it down and someone walks past and you knock it. They're pretty expensive to replace if you break them, so you don't want to break them, especially you don't want to drop them on whatever's in the chuck and put the drive assembly out of alignment. So they feel pretty well balanced, pretty nice. They're not too heavy, and they seem to tend to roll towards the battery. So the drill's got a bit more weight on the top end because of the big chuck. I probably wouldn't, it's not really going to take much to knock that over, just a little bump. And it's going to go over. So I think they definitely could have a bit more weight in the bottom, or a bit less weight up top. It'd be even better. Now the units have a light on them. It just goes on and off with the trigger. You can turn it on without driving the drill. Same with the impact. It would be nice if the light stayed on a bit after you pulled the trigger, had like a time delay or something, so that you could use it and then position your next screw or hole or whatever if you're in the dark. Forward and reverse controls, works good. Speed control, high and low. You got your torque settings. Nice and positive feel to that. It doesn't feel like you're going to bump it. It's not going to get in the way either. You have a battery indicator on the battery. Hold it down to see how much battery you've got. Good idea, I guess. The impact drive is much the same, really, forward and reverse. Doesn't have a speed control. It's got the battery indicator as well. So yeah, I guess we should put them to use and see how they go. So the job that I'm doing today is taking the pan off this transmission. So I'm going to try it out for that. I've got the 10mm socket in the end here in the chuck. The chuck seems to work good. Once the fitting is in there, it doesn't come out, so that's good. Let's see how it undoes these bolts. So it worked well for that. Just a quick little jab on the trigger, and it just zipped them out. I didn't have to work hard at all. It's really good for that. Alright, so here I've got my intercooler off my Vortex, and I've just got to put a hole in it for the air intake temp sensor for the Mega Squirt. Right, so I'm going to re-screw some of the palings to my fence. So I'm going to try them both out, the drill and the driver. So in the drill I'm going to be using this bit here, PH2. In the impact driver I'm going to be using also a PH2 with a lock-in end. Let's see how they go. Alright, so I'm just going to drill some holes in this plate. This is going to be my brake master cylinder brace for the GC8. Alright guys, we're now at the business end of this video, so let's sum it up. Now I've been using these for, well, probably, to be honest, 12 months now. And look, I haven't found anything wrong with them at all. I'm very happy with them. So as you've seen in just a few videos we've shown there, most of my work is automotive. So don't really do any construction work, although, you know, put a few covers together with it, screwed stuff to the wall in the house and stuff, mainly with the impact gun. And she's apples, it really works well. The drill, it's got a lot of grunt. I've never stalled it. I've drilled holes in 5mm plate steel. Sure, I put a pilot hole in, but then just whacked a 1/2-inch drill straight through it, and haven't come across any problems. So anyhow, let's see how I rate it. Well, as far as quality goes, I was a little bit dubious of the arcing inside, how they sort of smelt electrical. Still can. Like I said, I've put probably, you know, 5 hours use on both units and they're fine, nothing's happened. They both suffer a little bit of chuck wobble, but it's pretty typical, especially with an entry-level unit like this. So for quality, I rate as a set a 4 out of 5. Very impressed. As far as usability, they're good to hold, they're a good weight, They're not too heavy, they're not too light, they don't feel cheap. They don't, you don't suffer any kind of, fatigue from using them. Yeah, what more can you say? So, usability, I give them a 5 out of 5 because they do their job well. I guess the only other thing that you worry about with a cordless tool is battery. Battery, really, really good. Amazing battery life. I haven't timed it, so I'm not going to guess, but all I can tell you is the battery life is amazing, and they stay charged for a very long time. I don't use them every day. I might use them once every couple of weeks, and I can put it away in the cupboard, pick it up again, and it hasn't lost its charge. And they're not a big battery either. You get 2 of them, so you can have one on each machine, or you can carry a spare if you're only using the 1 unit. So for batteries, I've got no choice but to give it a 5 out of 5. It's amazing. And hey, don't forget the bag. Chuck everything in there. You can whack that on your way to the old job site. Hey? Looks pretty profesh. So overall, I rate the Stanley Fatmax pack a 4.5 out of 5. Great for drilling and screwing. A really good entry to mid-level package. So thank you for watching this Nev review. Please keep liking, sharing and subscribing, and we'll catch you next time.